Well, this is Manish Patel from Ichimoku Today is April 24th, 2013. This is our weekly analysis for the Forex market. We're going to cover all the currencies from the Euro to the Pound to the USD to New Zealand to the CAD and so forth. We're going to see what's hot out there and what's not hot out there. Disclaimer, this is for education use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or sell any particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. All the charts today we're going to be looking at are from TradeStation and so forth. Here are my contact details here. You could email us at info@eiicapital.com, or you could call us at any of our office locations here, or you could go to ichimokutrade.com, access any of our free videos there, along with our multiple time frame email alerts, our heat maps, and everything else, blogs, wiki, everything, pretty much all the free resources, everything are also available there. Okay, so let's begin and let's start off and start looking at currencies. And where are they? Give me 1 second. There we go. I'll shrink this down. So let's start looking at Australian CAD. Okay, if you look at Australian CAD, basically held the resistance level at 1.0719. Its support level now is basically, it's coming down to, it's basically 480. This thing is basically consolidating now since it didn't break the 719 level, which is not good. If it sits there and doesn't hold the 480 level, there's not going to be any chance of this thing breaking the 719 at all, and there'll be high probability it's going to come back here to the bottom of the consolidation pattern, which is going to be at 1.0000. So this key support level right now is very key in order for this thing to have a potential to even start a trend in the near future, but nothing exciting right now is going on. Australian yen, if you look at the weekly, still bullish, still been holding its ground very, very strong. Support on this guy right now is going to be basically 101.15. Resistance is basically going to be 105. Australian Switzy, really nothing going on at all in this one. This one's just sitting there ranging between 95.03 and 98.97. Australian New Zealand, you could see here is starting a trend to the downside. It looks like it's trying to break this support level here, but you really won't know that until the end of this week. Okay, so your support level is here, which is basically 21.37, and your resistance level is going to be 24.84. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens by the end of this week. But right now, it looks like it's starting to trend to the downside, where New Zealand is getting strong compared to the Australian dollar. Australian USD really doing nothing except ranging between 113 and 585. CAD Switzy really not doing anything except ranging between 9006 and 9411. CAD Yen sit there and still has not pulled back. It pulled back to its minor level last week, which is basically 93.67, but really hasn't gone through its major pullback level at all. It really needs to come down to about 99.85, which we're pretty much asking a lot from this thing to do that. But the minor support level here is 93.67, but this thing is still very, very strong bullish on the higher time frames. Switzy yen still very strong too. If you look at its support level here, which is basically going to be roughly about 102.43, and its next support level after that's going to be basically 95.37. Okay. Euro Australian. If you look at that Euro Australian, it's really not doing anything except ranging between 21.38 and 31.96. It's right now, it's at the middle of the range, which is at 26.87. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here. Did have a chance to completely start breaking down here. Didn't do that at all. Decided to come up above the cloud, and now it's basically entered a major nasty consolidation pattern. EuroCAD's really not doing anything at all. If you look here, basically bounced off the resistance there. Support on this guy is going to be here. So basically resistance on this guy is going to be 36.20, sorry, 36.20. Support's going to be about 31.83. Euro Switzy, really not doing anything except ranging between 20.89 and 23.02. Euro DKK, really not doing anything at all except ranging between 44.62 and 45.56. You notice there's not many opportunities right now at all in currencies. Euro pound is ranging between basically 83.87 and roughly about 86.13. Okay, euro yen, nothing really going on. It's still very, very strong bullish. It bounced last week off its major support, sorry, minor support at 124.89. Its major support is going to be 115.70, and resistance, of course, is going to be way up here, which is roughly about, I would say, right here, which is about 131. Let's just call it. Euro NOK, really nothing going on. Euro's basically being strong against the NOK. Had this huge movement up here. Really wouldn't call it a trend because it's not a huge movement, a nice little trend upwards. This is just a straight shot up, which is pretty much done out of the cloud. It's gotten to resistance, which is basically 7,000. We need a pullback now. We're kind of looking for about minor pullbacks are going to be about 58.12. Major pullbacks going to be roughly around 55.80 on this one. Euro New Zealand, really not anything doing here, ranging between 50.85 and 58.72. Euro SEK, really not doing anything except ranging between 17.73. Its support, the resistance it broke, which is now support, is 52.39, and its next resistance now is going to be roughly about right there, which is 67.27. Euro USD, really not doing anything at all, kind of breaking down. It looks like it's sitting there trying to still break down. Bounced off the resistance level here, which is 31.86. It's trying to get to support level, which is 27.62 again. If it breaks that, then the next level will be 25.39. And if it breaks that, 2200. This thing may be time for it to sit there and go down because it did go up drastically for no unknown reason. Pound USD, it's at a minor resistance level right now. Major resistance level is going to be about 50.27. Support on this guy is going to be about 46.60. Pound Switzy is ranging between 4,000 and basically roughly about 45.56. Pound yen still going on very, very strong bullish. Its support level is going to be basically about 145.89, and then the level after that is going to be about 137.74. Pound New Zealand here basically is bouncing off the support at 79.51. Resistance level on this guy is going to be roughly about 87.43. This thing is still trending to the downside, so keep an eye on this. It's still very, very strong, so this can sit there and resume easily its bearish momentum and keep on tanking even more. Pound USD, you can see here, basically bounce off the support at 48.85. Got to kind of broke its minor resistance level. Major resistance level is going to be here, 55.98. But the minor resistance level on this one is going to be about 53.02, and the minor support is going to be 52.18. If this thing breaks the 52.18, the support, it does have a potential to sit there and retest the lows. So I'll definitely keep an eye on this one in the next couple of weeks. New Zealand CAD, if you look here, it's basically a trend with upwards here on both the daily and weekly. Support on this one's going to be roughly about 85.73 is its first minor support, and major support will be 84.27. Pounds New Zealand Switzy, nothing really going on here except ranging between 76.71 79.97. New Zealand yen is still bullish, trending on both the daily and the weekly. Support on this guy is going to be roughly about 80.73, and then the next level will be roughly about 75.35. New Zealand USD really had a chance here to continue to go up. It really hasn't done that at all. It's basically back in a consolidation range where 84.70 is its resistance and 81.93 is basically a support. It had an opportunity here but came right back into this little range here, which is not good at all for the bulls for that one. Singapore yen, still bullish, trending on both the daily and weekly. Nothing exciting on that one. Support level is going to be 77.12. US CAD, really just ranging between 1004 and basically 1.0254. US Switzy just ranging between 92.71 and 95.94. US DKK is ranging between 66.63 and 84.40. US Hong Kong is basically ranging between 75.78 76.58. US yen is making its move to get to 100. Not quite there yet, but it's getting there. Very, very close. Support levels on this one's going to be 95.43. US NOK, nothing going on there at all. Resistance on this guy is going to be roughly here at 93.32. Support's going to be 85.02. US SEC, really not doing anything now except consolidating. It's not even worth talking about on that one. And US Singapore is basically ranging between 23.39 and 25.60. So as you could see here, 2 weeks ago when we talked about the currencies, New Zealand had an opportunity to break out. Really hasn't done that with vengeance at all. The only real potential trade I think there's really out there now that could start back again is the pound USD going to the downside, but it still has to break its support level to do that. So it seems like that's about the only real opportunity out there. The rest of them are just pretty much plain continuation trades, which some people like, some people don't. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact us. Here are our contact details again.